Perfect. Thank you. Do you recognize that? I mean, that's exactly part of the big discussion that we're having in mission. It's an important issue. It needs to be resolved.
Hi, I teach the course called Planning and Policy in the MNA program. It is considered a capstone course. It's a course the students take towards the end of their curriculum in the MNA program. It's really approached as almost a strategic management course. And that is by sort of strategic management, we really mean the overall integration of all the disparate parts, the marketing operation, the programs that you have, the finance, the administration, and how can we get all these sort of sometimes disparate parts and occasionally disparate programs working together in harmony to help achieve greater mission impact. I think an important a part of the course is concerned with the overall performance of the nonprofit organization, its achievement of mission, and its impact. It tends to be multidimensional. The M&A program is again focused on nonprofit organizations and dealing with issues about the greater good. And that really is sort of this idea of ethics and moral values. I think the defining feature of really moral values is a concern for others. And it's that concern for others that sort of gets played out both in business ethics and in nonprofit management. Notre Dame has made a great commitment there. And I think our students embody that as well. Our students tend to gravitate towards a tremendous amounts of service work, both while they're here on campus and additionally when they leave campus and go out and pursue their careers. There are new requirements now for sort of nonprofit success. A big part of that emanates from fundraising and government mandates, funder mandates, foundation mandates. They typically want to have greater confidence that these resources are being deployed in a manner that is demonstrating performance in the stated mission. This often requires demonstrable metrics or measurements. So an important part of the program overall, of my course, is the implementation or the introduction of business tools to nonprofit management. That can involve things such as accounting systems, financing and capital budgeting, along with planning systems and planning frameworks. And all of these can be great contributors to not only the survival and growth of your nonprofit organization and the achievement of the important work that you're trying to accomplish, but also better stewardship of those resources and using them more efficiently. One of the things that I enjoy most significantly about teaching in the M&A program is the students. I really enjoy the student body. I really enjoy the kind of students that matriculate to this program. A couple of reasons for that. One is they do tend to be a little bit more mature and have some real-world experience. I think the average age is around, I want to say 31 approximately. And thus they have some experience, they have some real-world working knowledge, and they're typically in a number of sort of leadership positions. So when we talk about sort of organizational issues, it's highly relevant to them and many of the things that they're confronting in their workplace and as they try and consider sort of skill sets that they'll need for career advancement in their programs and able to sort of alleviate some of the problems that many nonprofit organizations are confronting. I think another interesting element of the M&A program here at Notre Dame and in the Mendoza College of Business is that operative word, the Mendoza College of Business. This nonprofit administration program is housed within the College of Business. Notre Dame Business College was recently ranked the #1 undergraduate program in the country. And so there's a lot of distinctive business expertise. Coupled with Notre Dame's social mission and ethical orientations, I think really distinguishes it from other nonprofit administration programs. I think we're very well suited and really well positioned to institute some of those business skills and business discipline and business tools and analytic frameworks that actually can be very, very helpful in the nonprofit world as they try to confront both growing needs for their services and a shrinking resource base. In addition, they also are facing additional competition as for-profit organizations try to encroach on some of their territory. We see for-profit hospitals would be an obvious example, but we even see for-profit educational institutions, or even sort of for-profit companies going after social service contracts. And so I think all these potential threats and competitive issues can oftentimes be effectively managed and addressed through some careful, critical, analytical, business-oriented thinking. The courses are offered in a cohort format, so that you will be taking the vast majority of your courses with the same group of students. And I think that's a great way to learn. I think many of the best programs in the country institute that. A number of your leading law schools, a number of your leading business schools follow that format. And it creates a tight sense of homogeneity, and it really leads to a vibrant set of class discussions, because people's opinions and preferences and thought patterns are pretty well known, and there's a comfort in communicating and discoursing back and forth that leads to a really strong sense of collective learning within the classroom. One of the more recent developments that the nonprofit leadership development program has been undertaking has been non-degree programs. That's where we're actually working with working professionals in leading nonprofit organizations such as the Y or the Peace Corps to help engage in some training and professional development that is of direct relevance to the aspiring leaders within those organizations. I think the manifestation of that is just simply a recognition of the great need for advanced training, management development, and analytical skills within many leading nonprofit organizations. And I think Notre Dame is again uniquely suited to make a contribution in that arena, and it's something that the College of Business has been pursuing, and I think a great benefit both to the College of Business and to those nonprofit organizations that we're able to partner with and interact with. One of the privileges that I enjoy in teaching the M&A program is the interaction with the students. I think in many ways they represent the embodiment of Notre Dame values. There's a strong academic tradition and intellectual orientation. At the same time, there's an emphasis on practice and external involvement in your community, in your organization, to try and alleviate social ills. Along with that is these nonprofit organizations face a number of stresses and pressures and competitive challenges that are taking place in the external environment. I appreciate the fact that I'm able to bring some of the material to these students and share some analytical frameworks that can help them in managing and achieving some of the goals that they're targeting. And it's for these reasons that I just feel very proud and privileged to teach within the M&A program here at Notre Dame.